Hey everyone, it's Joel Ellison with Pinnacle Gunsmithing, and I have a treasure to show you today. This is a Winchester Model 12 that we did a bit of woodwork on. The rest of the gun is absolutely stunning, all the way out there to the long, into the barrel there. Before we get started, I did want to share one slight administrative note. We're going to be at the South Carolina Arms Collectors Association's gun show on May 22nd and 23rd of 2026. If you're watching this right at the premiere, then that should be about that coming weekend. But if you're watching this later, well, come see us some other time. Stop by our website at pinnaclemountaingunsmithing.com and be sure to contact us and schedule your appointment to see us today. In any case, your support to our business is what allows us to do a YouTube channel and even to allow us to keep the cats fed. In any case, let's go ahead and get started on this old gun. Alright, here we are with this gorgeous Winchester Model 12. I'll let you see that a little better, especially this gorgeous chunk of wood that somebody picked out for this thing. This came to us without a buttstock entirely. We got a stock blank and finished it out and fitted the recoil pad to it. And if I may say so myself, it looks pretty darn good. It even matches the forend pretty darn well, or as good as we can. But in any case, this is a wonderful little shotgun. If you're unfamiliar with the Model 12, let's go ahead and remedy that a little bit. It's a pump-action shotgun, as you could probably tell. We have our slide release right back here behind the trigger guard. And we have a tilting bolt that locks up into a recess in the receiver right back there. The Model 12 is one of the last shotguns that I know of that you could actually do a little bit of rapid fire, a little slide fire. That's pretty much where, if you have the trigger or safeties right here, and see the red, it's off safe. But if you have a shell in the chamber, which this obviously does not, you can slide it back, and right when the bolt closes, boom, you hear that click? That's because the hammer fell just as it went into battery. And you can keep doing that until you run out of ammo. My brain just wasn't working quite right there. That's called Slamfire. That's the word. I know words are hard sometimes. If you'll forgive my wipe, I had to wipe some of my fingerprints off of there because this glitzy hot blue finish from the 50s is it's kind of hard to keep clean, especially with my fingerprints. Something else neat about these shotguns is they are takedowns. First, if you make sure they are unloaded, and I'm going to make sure that hammer is cocked. Of course, we have our loading port right here. We have nothing in the magazine, nothing in the chamber. And we come back here to the end of the magazine. I can pull that little pin out. If you'll notice, we have two arrows right there. Yep, have the slide closed, and we can turn this 90 degrees, and we can slide the entire slide and magazine tube forward. That disengaged the interrupted threads down there. I like to look right here to make sure I'm clear of the magazine, of the action bar, and you can twist 90 degrees. Ta-da! The entire barrel and magazine tube assembly come right off. That's pretty neat for traveling. You can bring it down and take it wherever you need to. As you can see, there are interrupted threads right there on the barrel that lock it into the receiver. Very important. There's also a little adjustment screw right there so that you can advance the threads on that axis whenever the receiver eventually gets loose from excessive firing, etc. Yeah, these are meant to. These things are built like tanks. let's be clear here. They're a little heavy, yes. You know, especially in our modern context where we have so many shotguns with aluminum receivers. This sucker's steel. There's not a dang thing you can do to that. There are a few things that you can do to upset it, but not really to really break it. Honestly, if in the grand scheme of things, this is where I would honestly advise you to leave it in terms of disassembly, but if you want to go further, you absolutely can. I'll go ahead and reset the camera, and I'll be right back. Alright, here we are. I've gone ahead and set aside our barrel and magazine assembly, and let's go ahead and dig into the receiver. This is just for general field stripping and maintenance. Honestly, you can get to everything you need to from the barrels, but if we do want to go a little further, notice I have the bolt locked in the forward position, and I also have the safety on so that I can go ahead and pull the fire control group. I've taken out the screw here that is right here at the back, and our whole fire control group with our cartridge lifter comes right out. And from here, if it hasn't already fallen out, the magazine cutoff, or cartridge stop, should fall out of the thing. Alright, now we have, you can see our bolt in there, and we have our ejector right down there. I don't know if I can show it to you. Yeah, I'll pull it out here in a sec, and I'll show it to you a little better. I'm going to use some surgical tools here, just to be able to, actually, hang on, screwdriver, pry out the back end in order to, boop, that may happen to you. Just be careful of it jumping away. But yeah, that's our extractor. It's in a little, see how it's kind of lollipop shaped here in the back? That fits into a specific cutout that you really have to get it stuck back into when you reassemble. But yeah, that's it. And now with our screwdriver, we can also kind of poke this we have a little seesaw mechanism right here. It'll make more sense when I have the bolt out, but I can pop the back end of that, and I can pop the bolt out. Hey. And I can slide her back all the way to the back of the receiver, and hopefully lift her right out. Hey, pretty easy, right? Yeah, these things are tanks and really hard to kill, and they made the maintenance pretty darn easy. But yeah, that's exactly how you'd fish out the bolt. There we go. Hey. Alright, so here's our bolt. This is our locking surface. It locks up into this recess down here. You know, we'll make sure that's nice and clean when you do reassemble. And that's very important because this is all that's keeping it locked shut when that cartridge goes off. As you can see, you have two extractors up here, and this right here is your out of battery safety. This little shark fin looking thing. When this thing's up, the firing pin can't press into the face of the bolt. When it's down, as in when it's fully in battery, then you have access to the primer with the firing pin. Notice there's really not a whole lot of, really no spring tension on the firing pin, but there is spring tension on this little bit. Alright, and right here is about where the action bar actually hooks into the bolt. And it looks like someone has kind of peened that screw over a little bit. I'm not going to mess with it. But yeah, this is the little seesaw thing I was talking about. When it's in the locked position, it looks like this. All I did to get it unlocked was press on that, and the bolt was free to move. Make sense? Alright, I'll leave reassembly as an exercise for you at home, and you're smart, you're subscribed to this channel, right? Alright, well, let me go ahead and reassemble, and I'll be right back with some more Well, a few more insights on these things. But first, let's take a look at that gorgeous piece of wood. That is some sexy stuff right there, I tell you what. All right, I'll be right back. All right, folks, here we are, right here at the end. First off, I want to thank you all for joining us here today. If you enjoyed today's video and found value in it, please give us a like, comment, and subscribe. And feel free to turn on notifications, and that way you'll be alerted when we post a new video. We tend to post a new video every Thursday, and hopefully we will see you again sometime. Want to remind you that we'll be at the gun show this weekend at the Greenville Convention Center in Greenville, South Carolina. And if you want to join us, we would be overjoyed. Mention if you're a subscriber, feel free to come by and say hello. In any case, I look forward to seeing you soon, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.